Hello everybody, it's Yasmin here. I'm just trying to find a filter that doesn't make me look completely crazy. There was a really good filter I used to really like, but I think they've deleted it. It makes me look a bit orange. And anybody who says you don't need a filter, you probably don't do Facebook Lives every day. Because I'm telling you, filters are my saviour. Means I can get on here and not worry about if I've had enough sleep and so on. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go a bit orange today. There we are. I'm a bit orange, whatever. I wish I could get my other filter back, but I think they got rid of it, which is really annoying. There we go. So how is everybody today? We just did some chanting. It was fabulous. And I loved it. I'm just going to look at the stars for where we are right now. I know we're moving towards the full moon because I'm getting ready to do my full moon ceremony. Also, we talked a little bit about Australia Day yesterday. Excuse me. And it is actually Australia Day today. So happy Australia Day, everybody. I hope you've had a great day. We're having our Zoom Australia Day dinner tonight, which I'm really looking forward to. Organised by my lovely friend Nadine. And yeah. So how's it been down there? Has it been a nice day? Have you all had a good day? All right, so let's have a look at the stars for the 26th of January. Okay, so if you're feeling a bit jangled, nerves jangled, it's because there's this Sun-Uranus clash coming up. Yeah, the moon is in Cancer, which is kind of calming. It's actually really nice for Australia Day because Australia Day celebrates home. And I know we talked yesterday about the controversy about changing the date. I've actually thought about it in the last 24 hours, having kind of discussed it yesterday. I can't see your comments. Oh, here we are. Hello, Karen. Having discussed it yesterday and had a chance to think about it, I have decided that I am 100% pro changing the date. I just can't see the issue there. In fact, I think January 26th only became the date for Australia Day relatively recently. And yeah, I think it would be a real mark of respect. I've got a girlfriend, Jane Wing, and who lives in Australia. Hello, Jane, if you happen to see this. And she posted this amazing Facebook post today talking about saying hello from Melbourne, but using the Aboriginal word for Melbourne. And then everybody on the link all put up hello from here and hello from there. And I thought that was really, really lovely. So there you go. So I think I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. I'm just going to do a card. But I'm just going to talk about chanting because lots of people are asking about chanting. So chanting is free. Chanting happens every day at 10:30 a.m. UK time, about 45 minutes before I get on here. And we chant, I'll show you what we chant. We chant this, which is a chant that I learned in India from, I learned it on two separate occasions because the first time I learned it, I forgot about it. So I was taught it the next time I went to India, which was really funny. And we do it, we're from all over the world. There are even some people in New York who wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to chant. We chant for 20 minutes and it's really, really powerful. And it really keeps me on track. It really does. I can't even begin to tell you how much it keeps me on track. So there you go. Lulu says chanting is amazing. It is amazing. Chanting is amazing. And yeah, it's really, really good. So we do it together every morning for 20 minutes, Monday to Friday. What else do we know to talk about? Vicky loves the chanting. Yay. Oh, Anita got her diary today. The diary is now officially sold out. The only way to get the diary is, if you're lucky, maybe in a little bookshop somewhere. Actually, I think the holisticshop.co.uk might have a couple of copies. And on Amazon, I'm afraid you have to go through those marketplace sellers who I never realised until this year actually basically go and buy up copies and then sort of sell them at an increased price, which is not very nice. So there you go. Someone's saying, how do you get to chanting? So you go to my page, which you're on right now, Yasmin Boland, and then you go to the events, and then a bit lower down, it's the weekday chanting. Someone's saying they're addicted to chanting. Yes, I'm addicted to chanting as well. Every morning it's a rush for me because, as I keep telling you, I haven't been sleeping that well. I think I'm just in a really bad sleep cycle where I wake up at 10 and go to sleep at 2 a.m. And we're just buying blackout curtains today. Maybe that's going to help me. So I'm always like, oh, when I get to the chanting, I'm like, oh my God. And then I sit down and I chant, and it's absolutely beautiful. For those of you who are still asking, the chanting you just showed us was back to front. Oh, okay. Well, it's not back to front on Zoom. I've actually got it both ways. I've got it. There you go. How's that? My very clever husband printed it out. Om Cream Mahakarli Sarva Rogam Nasi Nasi means Om is the sound the universe makes. Cream is the seed mantra sound for Karli, the goddess Karli. If you don't know what a seed mantra sound is, look it up, Google it. It's very interesting. Mahakarli, the great mother Kali. Sarva Rogam, all negativity, all fear. Fear is the big one. All negativity, all fear, all distress, all viruses, all illness, all upsets, all anything negative. Nasi, nasi, go away, go away. That's what it means. Someone's asking, what does it mean? And I will tell you, yesterday I had, I think I mentioned I had a bit of a work upset. I had a kind of something came out of the blue, and I was a bit like, oh my God. And I basically put it in the fire of the chanting. I feel like Kali, burns things up, and I put it in the fire of the chanting. And by last night, it was all sorted out exactly, as I would like it to be, really. So thank you, Karli. And why do I say Karli? Because instead of Carly in my Australian accent, Karli, mate, because I've been taught this in India, and a fair bit of emphasis is put on pronouncing properly the way the Indians pronounce it, because mostly it's Sanskrit. This is Sanskrit and Tamil. And, and we have a guide track for my teacher in India, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma, that we chant to. And my teacher says, Om Cream Mahakarli. So I do it, I do it the same way, basically. People are saying there's no link. There is unless the dates have run out, I'll double check. But no, I'm pretty sure I put dates until the end of February, because I thought I'm going to chant at least until the end of February. You just have to scroll down a bit because it's daily. So it's not like up the top. There's a link for the full moon ceremony I'll be doing this week. A bit further down, it says weekday Kali chanting, and there's a little picture of someone chanting. I'll just tell you a funny story, actually. In lockdown 1, I was chanting every day, doing the Kali chanting every day, and a really, really weird thing happened, and I haven't talked about it because I wanted to kind of let a bit of time pass before I thought about it. The weirdest thing happened. I had this little, a skin tag on my neck, and it had been there for a while. I actually can't remember. I actually can't remember how long it had been there, but it had kind of appeared. And then when I started chanting, this little skin tag started to kind of like make its presence felt. It became tighter and seemed to be getting bigger, and I started getting quite bothered by it and kind of looking at it every day and thinking, what is this thing? It's just really weird. And I took a few photos of it to see if was it getting bigger, and I didn't really like it. And I just kept chanting away. And as I kept chanting, the next thing that happened was that it started to turn black, which I was not happy about. And I took photos of it and I sent it to the doctor, and the doctor's like, you know, don't worry, it's just a skin tag. And then, so it turned black. It kind of went like a bit like I imagine black lava would be. And I was just watching it every day thinking, what the heck is this? And then it just fell off, but there was still something there. And I was like, what is this thing? And then that just disappeared. And now there's nothing there. And I sort of feel like that had something to do with the chanting. I don't know. My throat was, I mean, it was just a skin tag, I think, but I don't know what it was. But it just peeled off and disappeared. And I felt like it was to do with the chanting, and I'm quite grateful it's gone, because now there's nothing there at all. It wasn't a skin tag like a little sticking out one. I think my husband has a couple of skin tags on his neck, which are like sticking out skin. It wasn't really like that. It was more like a little, like a pimple, but an encapsulated pimple. Anyway, I don't know what it was, but that was about 6 months ago and it's gone. And I hope it doesn't come back. So there you go. How about that? And I always thought that was because when you chant, it's like, Om Krim Mahakali. And there's a lot of vibrations in your throat or your neck when you do them. So I think that's why the skin cat tag or whatever it was just fell off. So there you go. All right, so who would like a card? Let's do a card. And then on Tuesdays, I've been blathering today, but we actually have our team meeting today. So I have to get off and go and have the team meeting. And today we are all talking about this challenge I'm going to be running. It's going to be, I'm not sure what we're going to call it yet, but it's basically about making new moon wishes that work. It's going to be a 7 or a 9 day challenge, like half an hour a day, 1 hour a day, half an hour a day probably. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. So we're going to talk about how we're going to do that today. A 7 day or a 9 day challenge, and we'll start at the third quarter moon in the waning cycle, and we'll do it every day until the new moon. So we'll go through the dark moon, we'll do the new moon together, then we'll do the day after the new moon. I've never done a challenge before, but I just thought it would be really fun, and I watched this video about why challenges work and how they're different from like offering a home study program. It's like they're a challenge, and I'm supposed to prod you and challenge you, and myself challenge you to do stuff. It's not just like, oh, here we are, here's the information, jolly good, everybody be happy. It's more about, this is a challenge to get you to do the clearing that you need to do and do the work that you need to do in order to make the wishes that are going to be really powerful, and also to learn how to do them. But the whole point is that a challenge is to challenge you a bit. All right, I have the card. Oh, okay. Interesting. Don't know what your question was. A personal issue reaches resolution. So that's quite good. Full moon in Cancer. Oh, good. I'm glad people like the idea of the challenge. Oh, things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional time. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now surrounding your question. It's It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. There you go. This card also suggests that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's also a great time to be moving house if you want to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is a time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? Well, I certainly have. I've been locked in a house with my family for I don't know how many weeks, but not maybe with my mum and my sister down under. So maybe I need to get on the phone to them. It's a very difficult time difference between London and Australia right now. London and England and Australia right now. Basically, it's already really late over there. So good reminder. Thank you, cards. Oh, whoever did an angry face, hopefully they meant to do a love. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Angry people. Oh, it's better than being in despair, I suppose. All right. So I'm glad you all like the sound of the challenge. Thus encouraged, I will go off now and do my team meeting. All right. Let's just assume that whoever was being angry didn't mean to be angry. Oh, my friend Jane is on here. I was just talking about you, Jane. Jane Wing, I was literally just talking about you. You better watch the whole thing back again and you can see there was a mention of you. It was actually a mention of your lovely Facebook post for Australia Day. All right, guys. Well, happy Australia Day. Have a good one. And I'm going to get all emotional if I start talking about Australia Day and thinking about the fact that I can't go there right now. Lots of love, guys. I'll see ya chanting tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. UK time, or I'll see you back here 11:11 a.m. Lots of love.